What it do, Ralph's egg-shaped head? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's Alltea All Shade Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 episode 14 review. Want to let you guys know that this week I will be dropping my confessional look fashion killer videos for this season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's probably going to be a 3-part series because I literally let the whole season go by without doing a confessional look fashion killer. So be on the lookout for those videos to drop this week, and make sure that you guys tune in because you know it's going to be hilarious. Okay, so in last night's episode, we begin with Drew and Allison planning a mental health retreat so the ladies can kind of see the things that Allison did when she was working on her mental health. Sanya surprises Ross with a positive pregnancy test. Congratulations to them. He is elated, super happy because he has wanted another child. They then wear sweatshirts that say "we're pregnant" to surprise her family, but they dumb butts had Ross on this side that said pregnant and Sanya on this side that said we're. And her mama didn't get it at first until they swapped places. And immediately after, her sister was like, yeah, we're moving out into an apartment. And her parents was like, yeah, we're going to move in the same complex as them. And so she looking like, dang. And I think that that's when it started to sink in that maybe we shouldn't have kicked them out so fast because I'm going to need help with this baby because I can't even control deuce bad self. But too little, too late. It's time for them to go. But congratulations on the baby. And anyway, Sanya needs to step up and handle her business on her own instead of always relying on her sister and her mother and father. Drew and Ralph go on a date. They go bowling. And she says that she's not going to mother him. She's going to focus on her own growth because she mentions that, you know, she's been continuing on with therapy by herself and he does not want to do that. And then she tells him that she's going to need support with the movie coming up because she's going to be gone for 10 days. And Ralph was like, we got a little problem. I'm just going to be real with you. You're now booked and busy. I've always been busy. Who you talking to? Baby, I would have hit him upside the head with one of them Chewbacca sleeves she had on. Because what you mean, I'm now booked and busy, but you been busy? Excuse you? Like, don't act like she ain't been booked and busy. Like, Drew Sidora might be annoying AF on this show, but the girl got credits, like, as far as her acting and stuff like that. Like, simmer down, love. Like, don't play with me. No. So then he says, I'm going to step up as much as I can, but there is a bottom line. It's money. And Drew was like, well, you see, Todd has daddy daycare. And he was like, I'm not daddy daycare. So your wife is off doing a movie for 10 days, a week and a half, and you can't step up and take care of the kids. Thomas, you going to help as much as you can. Excuse you? These men crack me up. A week and a half and you can't step up for a week and a half to help me while I'm helping myself and helping our family. Boy, get out my face. Please get out my face. Like, at that point, I would have said, take me home. I ain't got time. So Kenya has Shamia and Candy over for lunch. And I don't know why I was shocked by that she has a friendship with Shamia. Because, you know, when Portia was on the show, I never saw Kenya and Shamia kicking it themselves. That was kind of like, y'all got a friendship? You know what I'm saying? And I'm wondering if, well, not if, because Portia's coming back next season. When Portia comes back next season, they're fine right now, her and Kenya, but we all know how that went last time. I'm wondering, will this friendship with Shamia continue on outside of the show and on the show? I'm wondering, will she switch up when Portia's around? That's very interesting for me. But I was shocked to see Shamia there. I really honestly was. So, Kenya tells them that she wants to have another baby with her embryos with Mark. And Candy was like, girl, what? Candy was like, so are you going to tell him? She was like, yeah, I would have to. Candy was looking at her like, you got to be out your mind. Because I'm looking at that too. Like, unless you going to tell him he can sign away his parental rights, ain't no way I would even want to have a baby with him. And then I wouldn't even want to do that because he the type of slickster that would then come back and try to say he do want to be a part of the kid life. Like, everything with him is just prolonged and just messy and negative. The way he's even going about doing this divorce, I wouldn't even want to fool with him. Like, absolutely not. I would just rather adopt than do all of that. So Kenya wonders, will she end up getting jealous of the surrogate? Because Shamia is working with Candy's old surrogate that she had with Blaze. And they, give her advice and say, it's nothing like you think in your head, like you're going to be there 100% through the journey with her. Shamia then asks, is Sheree still dating Martell? And Candy brings up how Kenya told her that for Sheree's birthday dinner, he asked everybody to cash app him money to pay for Sheree's birthday dinner. And Candy was like, who told you that? And she was like, Marlo and Sanya, they did. So the fact that Marlo and Sanya are going around talking about Sheree and her relationship behind her backs just goes to show you that these girls are not friends for real. Because like, why you didn't bring that up to her face? You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about it? Do you think that he should have paid for the group of women that were there? It was a small group. It was last minute. Do you think he should have paid? Or do you think that he should have just paid for her and told the other ladies, y'all got to pay for, y'all self? I don't know. I just feel like as a man and you trying to, be there for your lady, it's her birthday, pay for the table. But it was $1,500. Obviously, he doesn't have $1,500 just to be throwing around on a dinner. But if that's the case, I don't know. It's just a part of that that's embarrassing to me. And I'm going to just take it from a woman's perspective. If it's my man's birthday and I tell him to invite his partners out for dinner for his birthday, either I'm going to pay for the table. I'm just going to pay for the table and just be done with it. Like, I don't know. What y'all think? Do you think that it was embarrassing? Do you think that he should have paid for the ladies? Do you think that he should have just only paid for him and Sheree? It's the Cash App thing for me that he even was like, hey, y'all give me y'all Cash App, and Cash App me the money. Like, I think that's what made it cringy. Ugh. So the producers asked Sheree what Martell got her for her birthday, and she was like an Alexander McQueen bag, but she don't know if she gonna keep it because he doesn't really buy higher end brands and stuff. It seemed like it was a person she don't like or maybe old or something like that. And I was like, Martell buys higher end brands. He was over there buying male bags, but he just ain't got the money to do that right now, love. And I don't even low key really 100% believe that he even did that for her. Child, he probably got her a Coach bag, a Michael Kors bag, a Jessica Simpson bag, but Alexander McQueen, no. So it's the day of the table read for, what's his name, Todd's movie, and it's really awkward between Candy and Drew, since Drew is saying that Candy's lying about the kiss and all that, but they work through it, and the table read goes well. They actually just dropped the promo pic for the movie, for the poster. It was cute, it was nice for what it was. So it's the day of Drew and Allison's mental health retreat, and everyone shows up in white. And the venue looked absolutely gorgeous, especially the way they transformed it from how it looked before to after. It was beautiful. So everybody's there, and Ralph arrives. And Drew turns around, and it's Ralph and it's Ross. And so she's walking in their direction, and she was like, hey. And Ralph is like, hey, baby. And stops when he sees that she's not saying hey to him and reaching out her hands for a hug. She's saying that to Ross. So he kind of like plays it off real quick. And when she goes to turn to speak to him, he walks off and starts speaking to everybody else in the room, hugging everybody else, doing to her what she just done to him. But I don't think that she did that to him maliciously. I really honestly don't. I don't see how she did not see that was him standing right next to Ross. If that was my husband, I would have spoken to my husband first and then Ross. But I don't think that she was being funny or petty or trying to be mean or anything like that. I think that it was an honest mistake, but obviously that pissed him off and bruised his ego, baby, because he literally went around that whole room and spoke to every other woman there and gave every other woman a hug. Meanwhile, Drew Thompson, her husband, trying to get his attention, he's steady ignoring her. So she literally has to walk over to him. It was like, babe, like, hi, and gives him a kiss. And he was like, hey, hi, what's up? And she was like, I tried to speak to you. And he was like, yeah, you spoke to somebody else first. Da, 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 da. And she already knew her ass was in trouble at that point. Men like that just annoy me. Like, don't do that and embarrass me in front of everybody, because I didn't embarrass you. Like, nobody peeped what happened. But then you gonna turn around and embarrass me in front of my friends and do this on camera. Like, if you felt some type of way, just let me know once the cameras is down when we get home that, hey, like, I don't like the way you slighted me. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but that hurt my feelings, babe. Like, don't do that, But all of that passive aggressive, that's so ignorant and childish. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. That type of stuff is draining. So the other ladies did peep that he was ignoring her. They're going to do a drop it with Drew, a meditation, and have lunch or whatever. And Marlo in her confessional going to Google drop it with Drew, baby, and the page does not come up. Meanwhile, Drew in her confessional talking about they still doing the programs, this, that, and the third. Girl, get out of here. You ain't doing nothing. Like, stop with the shenanigans, Drew. Like, Drew literally is a liar. A liar. Like, the girl just lied about everything about her life. Like, stop making your life seem like it's one thing when we all see that it's another. Like, stop being fake. That's why I can't even really draw sympathy for her when it comes to Ralph and their situation, because you don't know whether it's real or not. You don't even know if they doing this for a storyline. Is this real? Like, because everything that comes out of this chick's mouth is a lie. They then go upstairs to do the meditation, and Marlo trifling but steady. Like, girl, go to the doctor. Go get a COVID test. What is wrong? What is wrong? Like, that is nasty. Like, ugh. And you want to talk about everybody. Like, girl, figure that out. Gross. So at lunch, Drew says that the girl that's suing her went from $1,000 to now $10,000. But meanwhile, the documents that they showed on the screen says that the girl is only suing her for $1,000. Once again, Drew lying, putting 10 on 20. It's like, girl, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to lie to kick it. So I'm low-key believing the girl. Not even low-key, I'm high-key believing the girl that you hired her to be a nanny and doing all of this extra stuff and didn't want to pay. Like, girl, stop. So, who asked? Cynthia, I think, or somebody asked Sheree about her birthday. And Sheree says that she invited some people she's known over 30 years. And Candy in her confession was like, Courtney and Sanya got invited, but I didn't. So you known these biz-naives longer than you know me. And she said, Sheree been acting different towards me lately, and I don't know why. Maybe we're growing apart. And I was like, but you seen how fake and phony Sheree is. Sheree dogged you out last season with Marlo. So what do you expect from her? Sheree always doing some op type stuff. Like, that's just how she moves. I wouldn't even be concerned or mad about it, because you would have had to pay for your own food anyway. So I wouldn't have cared if I didn't get invited. So Sheree says that Candy can't even show up for the group, so she knew that she wasn't going to show up for her last minute. And Candy was like, I would have at least liked the option, whether I was busy or not, like, what's up? But I don't think that it's fair for them to keep on saying that Candy not showing up for the group. She didn't show up for like one or two things in the beginning of the season. She's been there for everything else. Stop it with the antics. Don't be mad at her because she booked and busy and you are not. You steady over there trying to hawk wholesale Shein clothes and up the price for $200-$300 and you only paid $5 for these shirts. Girl, get out of it. Girl, goodbye. So Monyetta says that Courtney called Drew a B when they were in Portugal. And Courtney vehemently denies it. No, I did not. No, I did not. They play it back and she clearly called her a B. And Drew was sitting up there like, what? Like, huh? Like, like shocked by this. And Courtney was like, I don't even use that word when they were leaving out of the room. And Monyetta was like, yes, you did. And here go Courtney. B, I didn't. Yeah, just said it again. Like, what? These women are insane. So the girls take a group pic once the festivities are done and the event is done. And Sanya has on a shirt that says, I'm pregnant. And she tells everybody to look at their phone. She's sending everybody the picture so they can make sure they look good. They looking at the picture, not even paying attention to the shirt. And everybody was like, okay, we seen the picture. Can we go now? And she literally got to go over to them, zoom in on herself for them to see it and get it. Sanya just is, girl, you just embarrassing. Like, just so embarrassing because they were not tripping off that damn picture at all. But they congratulate her and everything. So at the end of the episode, Drew is at home and tells her sister Allison that this is her first solo visit with Dr. Ken. But I was confused because when Dr. Ken arrives, he says that they've been seeing each other now for like 13 or 14 sessions. So I was confused by that. So Drew says that Ralph has moved out of their bedroom and they aren't really talking. And she tells Dr. Ken that his emotional awareness is still lacking. And she wonders how long that they can last with how things are going. Especially with him not really trying to work on the things that she wants him to change. And Dr. Ken says, well, when will you know when enough is enough? And that's how they leave things off. I think that if this is true that about their marriage, and this is not a storyline for them, I think that it's way more going on behind the scenes than what they're talking about on the show. Way more. Way more. Because Ralph act like he can't stand her. Like way more this season than he did the last 2 seasons. Like he seems like he is just fed up with her. Overall, I'm going to give the episode a C-. This season was very lackluster. They need a major cast shakeup over there. And I've been saying this for like the last 3 or 4 seasons. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below. Answer my question. Do you think that Martell should have paid for Sheree's dinner or was he not obligated to? Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.